I was new in my role in 1990, and my board of directors thought it would be a great opportunity for me to apply for and get to go through the community leadership program, which was also brand new that year.
So my employer recommended the community leadership program to me. Our office had a history of sending someone through the program and believed that it was good for skill development, but also for relationship building. And to be honest, I didn't really know what it was all about, other than I'd had friends participate and said it was the best thing they ever did. They loved it.
I took the chance and applied. I was so happy that I got accepted. And throughout that whole year of CLP, I discovered so many things in our community that I thought I knew because I've been in this community for 30 years.
I decided to apply with encouragement from a couple buddies of mine. I was also going through leadership at the Iowa City Area Association Realtors, and they had encouraged us, to get involved and to apply for CLP.
When I came to the Community Foundation of Johnson County in 2018, and I was getting introduced to the community and wanting to be involved and find how to connect within the community, I learned about the Community Leadership Program. And it was one of the first suggested organizations that I get involved in. And interestingly, I started in May, and so right away I was able to apply. So I really got my start in the community through the connections of the Community Leadership Program.
For me, the community leadership program was a really great way to understand who the key actors were in making Iowa City run. So each day was organized around a sort of segment of our economy or a segment of the government or our not-for-profit services. And I don't know that I could pull apart one of those days and say it was the best day or the worst day or the most informative day, because you needed all of it to understand how the whole community works.
A CLP curriculum was great in immersing us into sort of the deeper side of Iowa City and see things that many of us had never seen before.
We went to the farm, we went to the Children's Museum, and then we got to go to film scene. I say my favorite would be healthcare. We are very lucky to live in this community where we have a wonderful university hospital, right? And so having the chance to go behind the scene again, just to see everything, how it's connected and how it's serving our community.
The team building stuff, the retreat, those are the ones that I like the most because it just, created those relationships and the team aspect. And I think that translates well, when it comes to the cities in Johnson County kind of working together.
Our community works really well. We've got a lot of good things going for us, but there's always opportunity for improvement. And I'm someone who always wanted to solve the problem and get engaged. And I had friends who said, why don't you just do city council? This is something that you love, something that you watch, and something that you would be really good at. So it was actually at the encouragement of other CLP members that I decided to run for city council. And I actually built my entire campaign committee out of fellow CLP classmates.
And if you decide to serve beyond just volunteering, there's always local office.
Running for elected office and just being involved and having a seat at the table is definitely a great way to give back to your community.
I think CLP does for an individual what it also does for the entire community. It builds your internal knowledge of where you are, how teams work, how to access resources in the community.
Well, there's tons of programming that has come out of CLP over the years, including projects that some people did in my class and in classes after me that yielded some really important long-lasting improvements. And that goes back generations to some of the original CLP classes where the Community Foundation was born, which is an interesting full circle moment that one of my classmates was Shelly, Maharry, who's now the executive director of the Community Foundation.
I quickly learned when I came to the Community Foundation of Johnson County the importance that the Community Leadership Program had played in creating our organization. So in 1998, 1999, a group of Community Leadership Program participants proposed the idea of exploring having a community foundation serve Johnson County. And it was that group that did the legwork of understanding what a community foundation was, how it could be beneficial to Johnson County, and specifically how it could enhance the nonprofit sector and not compete with, but supplement the good work already happening here. And I'm so grateful for that legwork that happened through the community leadership program now 25 years ago.
CLP is absolutely energizing. Sometimes you feel like you're doing good and nobody's noticing, and then you show up and you realize that there are a whole lot of other people doing good things also.
The way that community leadership program bring people from different walk of life together is really open the door so that we are able to take those relationships that we built and be able to leverage those, to better our community.
I would encourage people run for office, stay involved in your community, keep those relationships, friendships, going, and together all of us can make, Johnson County as a whole a better place.
I felt like our class was, in an analogy, like a stone that gets tossed into a lake. And from there, ripples go out in concentric circles. And if we were the beginning of that concentric circle happening time and time and time again for 35 more years, that just helped build the network of well-informed people who make up the workforce that this community depends upon and will likely depend upon for another 35 years.